my colleague at ESPN, and my friend. The Hall of Fame tight end was sued on Sunday by a woman proceeding under the name Jane Doe pseudonym. The 13-page civil complaint filed in Nevada alleges that Sharpe committed assault, sexual assault, battery, and sexual battery.
Well, I'm not really interested in getting choked, so I guess we're going.
Yeah, I might choke you in public. Big black guy chokes small white woman.
A $50 million lawsuit just detonated at the feet of NFL Hall of Famer turned ESPN superstar Shannon Sharpe. And the blast zone stretches from Disney's Burbank boardrooms to every barbershop argument in America. For 3 decades, Sharpe's voice boomed with gridiron bravado and viral catchphrases. But tonight, that voice trembles under the weight of audio tapes, leaked texts, and an accusation so explosive it could erase his legacy in a single court filing.
Shannon has, as of yesterday, stepped away from his role on ESPN just a few days after a $50 million lawsuit was filed alleging sexual assault.
Buckle up, because the play-by-play behind this scandal is wilder than any touchdown celebration Sharpe ever danced in the end zone. Shannon Goad Sharpe was once the kid from tiny Glenville, Georgia, whose trash talk rattled NFL sidelines. 3 Super Bowl rings, 10,283 yards, and a gold bust in Canton later, he leveraged that charisma into a second act even louder than the first. Club Shay Shay podcast clips piled millions of views.
And Shannon is allowed to continue on First Take and continue to thrive and shine. And not just that, and have an illustrious career in the podcast stratosphere, doing Nightcap with Chad Ochocinco, doing Club Shay Shay, and ultimately gets this $100 million deal that he was all over the news about to sign just a couple of days before this report came out.
His seat opposite Stephen A. Smith on First Take became daytime sports' most gifable debate. Disney liked the numbers, and in September 2024, ponied up an 8-figure extension to keep him sparring through the 2028 season. Sharpe looked untouchable until a DM slid across his phone that would rewrite the script. But the meteoric rise was only half the story, because while cameras captured his confident grin on set, an entirely different storyline was brewing in private messages with a fan 2 generations his junior.
The accuser in question is seeking $50 million. That was confirmed by Shannon Sharpe on that video today. According to the reports, it's somebody that he met in 2023, who was 19 years old at that particular moment in time.
And that secret fling would soon bulldoze everything he'd built. Enter Gabriela Zuniga, an up-and-coming model who merged Instagram thirst traps with a lucrative OnlyFans hustle. In mid-2023, one of Sharpe's playful replies turned into late-night FaceTime calls, then first-class flights to his LA condo. She was 19, he was 55. Screenshots leaked later show Gabriela giggling over $25,000 play money, telling Sharpe she wanted a big black baby.
Now, Shannon claims that, if he did, in fact, this woman, then she wouldn't be sending him graphic texts weeks and months after the fact, saying, among other things, that she wants Shannon to put a, quote, big black baby in her.
And more controversially, tossing the N-word in flirtatious banter. Friends warned him that kind of race play fetish was a ticking PR bomb. But Sharpe allegedly leaned in, coaching her on the language.
It's becoming more and more clear, to me, in my opinion, that he has a race fetish. He has a fetish for that type of dynamic. Think about it. This was a 19-year-old white woman when he met her. I don't know any 19-year-old white woman that's running around hollering about a big black baby and baby gravy.
For months, the relationship stayed cloaked in secrecy. Lavish shopping sprees here, private resort weekends there. Sharpe's circle thought it was creepy, but not career-ending. They hadn't seen the receipts. Yet. Still, even fairy tale rendezvous cast shadows. Gabriella reportedly recorded voice notes every time Sharpe's temper spiked.
Anything I say, you're just gonna like get mad at and you're just gonna hang up on me, so I feel like...
I'm not gonna hang up on you. Here's what it is.
What does that even mean?
Nothing yet. You want to be a dick to me now, so...
I don't want to be... Don't manipulate me.
Oh, Lord have mercy. If you say that one more time, I'm going to choke the out of you when I see you.
Well, I don't want to be choked.
Yes, you do. I don't think you have a choice in the matter.
Those digital time bombs would later surface in a lawyer's press kit. But before the world heard a single second, the legal thunderclap struck. On April 21st, 2025, Clark County Court stamped a docket number that now haunts Sharpe's Wikipedia entry. Zuniga versus Sharpe, $50 million. The filing reads like a tabloid fever dream. Claims of forced intimacy, secret recordings, and 2 violent hotel incidents. Gabriella labels grape. Her attorney? None other than Tony Busby, fresh off suing Sean Diddy Combs.
This just in, the Texas attorney who targeted Sean Diddy Combs with dozens of civil lawsuits on behalf of John and Jane Does allegedly victimized by the music mogul has a new target in his sights. NFL legend Shannon Sharpe. A brand new lawsuit was just filed in Nevada claiming Sharpe was manipulative and abusive and eventually sexually assaulted a Jane Doe.
Busby's opening painted Sharpe as a predatory celebrity who weaponized wealth and fame. Sharpe's camp screamed extortion, calling it a coordinated shakedown from a lawyer chasing headlines.
To my family, friends, supporters, and colleagues, I want to speak to you directly and from the heart. This is a shakedown. I'm going to be open, transparent, and defend myself because this isn't right. This is all being orchestrated by Tony Busby, who has targeted Jay-Z. Tony Busby targets black men, and I believe he's going to release a 30-second clip of a sex tape that tries to make me look guilty and play into every stereotype you could possibly imagine.
He vowed to fight, but fate had more plot twists queued up. And here's where things turned cinematic. Within 24 hours, whispers spread that Busby possessed a 30-second audio clip so damning Disney executives insisted on an emergency Zoom at dawn. Sharpe's $1 million smile was suddenly off air, and the sports world smelled blood. Always the competitor, Sharpe sprinted to offense. From his home studio, he recorded a 10-minute video. Same tailored suit he'd worn on First Take 5 hours earlier, branding the lawsuit pure cap. He posted entire threads of explicit texts, Gabriella begging for designer bags, describing fantasies in NSFW detail, thanking him for $25,000 fun money.
Yeah, Shannon Sharpe and his attorneys have responded, and it gets really weird. Let's get into it. Had to block some of this stuff out, but the very first thing they do is they take text messages from the lady, and I guess they're using it against her, and they actually reveal her name. I want you to... I had to block some of this stuff out. Let's just say she wanted to be choked. Then also, apparently Shannon was paying for it. I know you missed this big, juicy $25,000 for each cheek. All right? Then you got stuff about baby gravy. Apparently that's what she calls ranch. I call it ranch. She calls it baby gravy. Then she's fetishizing. And that name, Zuniga, gives it away that this is not, I don't think this is an African. At best, maybe Afro-Latina. But yeah, you get the point. Put a big black baby in me. It's weird.
Sharpe's lawyer confirmed rumors he once floated a $10 million settlement to protect both parties' privacy, insisting it proved generosity, not guilt.
Shannon Sharpe tried to make the whole thing go away with $10 million, but y'all, it didn't work. His legal team just confirmed that he offered his accuser at least $10 million during private mediation talks before she hit him with that $50 million sexual assault lawsuit. When I tell you Unc is in trouble, according to Sharpe's attorney, the woman identified as Jane Doe walked away from the deal without warning and then filed the suit. She says they met in 2023 when she was 20, at least she's old enough, had a relationship she claims turned toxic, and accuses Sharpe of her twice. Once in late 2024 and again in early 2025.
But social media sharpened its knives. Why try to pay her off if you did nothing wrong? The receipts he thought would save him poured lighter fluid on the fire because they hinted at a kink few mainstream brands want near their logos. And the inferno roared louder when the mystery audio finally dropped. Busby hit send to TMZ. And suddenly the internet heard Shannon Sharpe whisper, "Yeah, I might choke you in public." Big black guy chokes. Small white woman. The voice is calm, almost amused. Gabriella's voice responds nervously, "I'm not interested in getting choked." The clip ends, but the echo reverberates. Debate erupted. Role-play fantasy or real threat? Either way, Disney's brand Guardian saw a grenade rolling under their family-friendly table. Advertisers rang ESPN sales reps asking, "How soon can you pull Sharpe's endorsement spots?" The answer? Immediately. Yet just when it seemed the audio would seal his fate, Sharpe's legal team claimed it was spliced. Demanding Busby release an unedited 10-minute version they allege clears him. Busby smirked in a press scrum. "Patience! We've got plenty more tapes." The scandal morphed into a cliffhanger, perfect for YouTube thumbnails, and for Disney executives, pure nightmare fuel. On April 24th, Sharpe tweeted he was voluntarily stepping away from First Take to focus on family. Viewers weren't fooled. Insiders leaked that Disney co-chairman Jimmy Pitaro ordered an on-air freeze within hours of the tape's release. Stephen A. Smith, who had personally lobbied ESPN to hire Sharpe, delivered a solemn monologue, how he hoped the allegations prove false, but how public perception can axe careers faster than facts. Moments later, caught off mic, Smith allegedly joked Sharpe's seat was colder than Lambeau in January. The doublespeak fueled theories that ESPN had already decided the ex-tight end was radioactive, and each corporate chess move reverberated beyond Bristol, Connecticut. Beverage brands paused negotiations on Sharpe's energy drink collab. A sports betting app scrubbed his face from banner ads. The man who once boasted chased a bag, skip the drama, had done the inverse, and the money was sprinting the other way. Enter the peanut gallery. TikTok stitched Cat Williams' 2024 club Shay Shay appearance, where Cat warned, "Them young white girls gon' line you up, unk." Users captioned it, "Cat called it." Meanwhile, Monique's visit resurfaced, scolding Sharpe for chasing babies in crop tops when he needed an age-appropriate queen. Memes of Sharpe photoshopped in Disney villain costumes flooded Instagram. Hashtag Buckwheatgate trended worldwide for 3 straight days, but the harshest backlash centered on the race play texts. Critics argued Sharpe forfeited any right to frame himself as a targeted black man, while actively scripting racial humiliation scenarios. Supporters countered that consenting adults can role-play taboo fantasies. The moral melee proved more magnetic than any sports debate, and retention metrics spiked every time a creator shouted, "Race play." By week's end, Sharpe's follower count had actually grown. Curiosity clicks are currency. Yet sentiment analysis showed 72% negative buzz, the kind sponsors label brand unsafe. In influencer math, fame minus favor still equals lost revenue. ESPN's suspension might be the first domino, but not the last. Contract lawyers combed his endorsement deals for morals clauses. One sneaker brand quietly exercised an exit option, paying out 30 cents on the dollar, and ghosting. Podcast ad buys shrank. Even Sharpe's new bourbon label saw retailers delay shelf dates until the dust settles, which in legal time could be years. Busby, smelling leverage, teased that Discovery could unearth video clips. Sharpe's camp signaled they'll subpoena Gabriella's OnlyFans transaction logs, phone metadata, and travel receipts to prove consensual roleplay. The strategy? Flood the court with context, hoping jurors see a messy sugar daddy saga, not a violent crime. But Busby isn't bluffing. Remember, he wrung multi-million-dollar settlements from multiple celebrities before. Insiders whisper he's already lined up 2 more alleged Jane Does who dated Sharpe in 2022. If that shoe drops, ESPN's temporary freeze could become a lifetime ban. Sharpe bet he could outshout the storm. Instead, he might drown in discovery. So here we are. A Hall of Fame resume tangled in text thread receipts, an $8 figure TV gig frozen by a single 30-second tape, and a courtroom chess match poised to reveal even uglier angles. Was Shannon Sharpe blindsided by a gold-digging setup? Or did he sprint into scandal wearing blinders made of hubris and hormones? Will Disney ever risk its billion-dollar brand on his redemption story? Or is Club Shay Shay destined to stream from exile? I want to hear your verdict. Drop your take below. Team setup or team self-sabotage? And if you thought today's revelations were jaw-dropping, keep that notification bell punched, because the next evidentiary bomb could explode any day now. Trust me, you won't want to blink when it does.